Hey everybody, this is Blue. Let me take my glasses off so I don't glare you guys to death. Um, what is my scavenger hunt? Well, you see, the backstory is my better half has bought two houses, and we're going to be converting them to rentals. One of the houses had everything left in it from the previous owner, and she was an elderly lady, and she had a lot of interesting things. And so I have been working on cleaning that house out. And I have found so many interesting things I get to use on my personal path. And I just wanted to share some of these with you and kind of freak you out with some of the ones that I've also found that we're not so sure on. Now, the first thing on the weird stuff is the medical equipment that I've found. I found an old doctor's bag with the high blood pressure cuff and a stethoscope in it. I thought that was kind of weird. I've found livestock vaccination injectors, the syringe there. Found that in the downstairs basement. In the other house, we actually found a hog cattle castrator system. It's the old-fashioned, well, it's not old-fashioned, they still use them, the rubber bands where they got these four little hands. You put a rubber band on there, you stretch out the rubber band, you put around the animal's balls, and then you release. And that cuts off the blood pressure, blood supply, these dry up, fall off, and the animal's castrated. No knives are used anymore. Tools. Found a lot of interesting tools, and I got them in the garage right now, so I was going to bring them over so I'd have this desk absolutely covered. But I found a hatchet. A little bit in rough shape, but I think I can clean it up, sharpen it, and make it fully useful because the handle's beautiful. And so I'm just loving that. One of the things that I found was a unique bowl. I did a video talking about how we can possibly do sacrifices with it. And it's also a bowl that I figure we can place our sacrifices in, our libations in, and set it out. And it's just a beautiful bowl. Now, if you look at the sides, it has a lot of earth tone to it than the inside. Isn't that beautiful? And so I thought this would be a good thing to, even if it is just putting cakes and ale in it. Then you have a specific bowl to set it out. I think that would show respect if you do libations. I found my new chalice in there. Isn't that beautiful? Down in the basement, there was shelves with whole bunches of glasses, some beautiful glasses. And this one was by itself. There was none other like it downstairs in that basement. And so I've cleaned it up, and this is my new chalice. Green for growth. And I think that it makes it very, very beautiful and purposeful. Now, this lady, she had a lot of craft stuff. There was like 4 or 5 boxes just full of crafting equipment. And I found this right here. I don't know if you can see if I can get the, there we go. A Tom Thumb purse. Now, that's pretty interesting. It's a leather purse. Okay. And I still have to put it together. But I'm just going to, well, that would be a very, very unique mojo bag. Could be. There's a few odd little candles that I liked. I also found a little candle burner to set candles on. I thought that was quite nice, and so I of course brought it up. At the end of the video, I'll show you my new altar. Like I said, they left everything in that house, including like 4 different dressers. And there were some beautiful dressers. But I found this little short dark one that I liked. It's got 3 drawers to it, and I'm turning it into my altar. I used to have what you see behind me right there. That used to be my altar, actually. Now I'm using it as a telephone stand. I wanted to go vertical with it because the higher it was and where I positioned it, it kept my cats off of it. Well, my cats are pretty mellowed out. They're pretty well trained now to leave my stuff alone. And so I have this low, wide altar. And I'm still trying to get the right feel for everything on it yet, but I'm still just loving it, having this altar. It's also like 2 feet away from me, well, 3 feet away from me right now. So I can actually access my altar a lot easier, and I can even do some rituals from my computer desk. You know, just turn a little bit and go. And then comes the massive surprise. So I was downstairs in the basement cleaning up. Like I said, she had a lot of tools. Oh, I guess I better do one more item before I get to the big one here. She had a lot of glass bottles, little glass bottles. For those of you that are old enough, I have a couple Buffrin glass bottles. These are clear glass with the plastic cap that snaps on there. It makes almost an airtight seal. And I got them from this big to this big. And they're clear glass. I can clean them up, get them all dry and clean up, and I can actually put powders, oils, or herbs in them. And that is just like so cool to me. So now we go to the big one. Okay. So I was cleaning up downstairs, and I found on this countertop a whole bunch of stones and minerals. And this is not all of them, but there are a lot in here, all types. I found some beautiful quartz. Let's see if I can find a position where the sunlight, but that's actually a faceted top that you can see. And so, oh wow, that's beautiful. I have a geode section that I'm very proud of. Some of these have some layers to them, which I thought was absolutely awesome. I have all types of, I believe this one's an agate. It's actually cut, and I'd love to know what they cut those pieces for. I don't know if you can see it very well. This looks like a piece of quartz. It's kind of rosy, so I'm thinking it's rose quartz, but it's also got a little bit of gray to it, so I don't know if it's rose or a smoky quartz. Myriad of colors and all that. Some of these stones are rough, some are semi-polished, and some of these are highly polished stones. So, I mean, I kind of feel like I hit the gold mine and all that. Like this highly shiny one right here. I just love that. The camera can't pick out all of the little shades into it. And some of these, I don't know what they are. I got to look it up. And I'm just so darn busy, I don't have time to look them all up. But this one is fully polished. It's got such, nice different colors to it. I just love it. Now, the last 3. Okay. This is the darkest blue sodalite I've ever found. It's small as can be, and I'm going to see how I can wrap that up with some wire and put that into a necklace. I have quite a few pieces of mica, which is a very soft stone, so you got to be very careful with it, not put in a bowl full of other rocks because the mica chips very easily. But it is so beautiful. And this is something I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to wrap it and protect it, and also turn this into a necklace. And this last piece I think is the most beautiful. And I love sodalite. Let me see if I can get the angle. Come on, camera. Okay, there we go. This is green. This is a nice green, and you can see the brown, I believe it is, inside of it. I don't know what it is. I think it could be a bloodstone, if I remember right. But this is a flat piece, and this is something that I would also love to wrap in wire and turn into a necklace. But those are some of the things I've been finding at this house that are just so awesome to me. The scary thing is, this lady, she was very old. I'd say about 85 years old when she left. I'm finding so many pieces of my childhood at that house. It's kind of weird. I found one last thing, and I'm going to keep it. It's just this little planter right here, but it's a McCoy, and so it's unique. It's actually worth probably about 40 bucks. But my Aunt Dorothy, who passed away many years ago, she collected McCoy vases. That was her thing. And so finding a McCoy kind of touched at the heart. And I'm going to put this up on one of my shelves and all this, and I might put something in it, I don't know, but it's going to be my honor to my Aunt Dorothy. So anyway, that's me sharing a little bit about my life and some of my thoughts and all that fun stuff. So everybody, please take care. Be at peace.